J. Cole just lied to the whole hip-hop community. He did not apologize, and he is not apologetic. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. So what I mean by J. Cole lied to the whole hip-hop community, let me break this down. There's some new information that has come out about this subject, and I want to address a lot of stuff. There's a lot of narratives about, oh, he's apologized and he's being a bigger man. You guys love negativity and hip hop is toxic and we need to change the culture and D1 and all this, that, and the third. And I got a whole nother video. I'm going to address D1, right? But I want to get into all of that. But the biggest problem I have with this J. Cole scenario, we all wanted to see a good rap battle. Nobody wanted blood. I don't know what this narrative is that everybody wanted blood. There has never been blood in a rap battle. Not even once. There ain't never blood in these rap. These are rap battles. Now, I'm not talking about battle rap. I'm talking about rap battles. Two rappers saying that they're the best that end up having an issue with each other and ending up having to prove that I'm better than you. That's all it is. Lyrical. Now, I'm going to break down literally why J. Cole lied to me, you, and the rest of the nation with this contrived soliloquy on stage. And salute to J. Cole for being one of the illest MCs before this apology, because now we got to strip all that. I'm just going to be honest with you. And a lot of people, they want logical conversation about why we won't accept what J. Cole did. Well, I'm going to give you the logical conversation from the hip-hoppers' head. They calling us Neanderthals because we're upset that J. Cole jumped into a battle with feet first, said some really crazy stuff. And I got the lyrics here. I want to remind all these tree huggers what J. Cole really was saying to this guy 2 days before. He's like, my spirit ain't setting right, right? And I'm going to break down why J. Cole lied to all of us. First of all, it's just come to light that J. Cole's project might delete later. I just been scouring the internet, just listening to everybody talk. And one thing I heard that was interesting, that this new project is under a new license deal with Interscope Records. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Interscope deals with Aftermath. Aftermath deals with Kendrick Lamar. So all of this stuff is going to the same person. Both, no matter what these guys beef about, it all goes back to, if I'm wrong, is that Jimmy Iovine? Am I bugging? I don't know who runs Interscope Records. But at the end of the day, when you sign a new distribution deal or a license deal, right? He's not with Rock Nation on this particular album. It's now with the new licensor, whatever that means, right? You got to put up numbers. So we all thought this whole diss was about protecting the integrity of his MCing, right? But if you really listen to him and you pay attention, it's because this big record is on a brand new deal that has to see numbers. So that's hell of a motivation. People ask you what motivation is. Motivation is signing something in a brand new company where you got to produce. Now, let's be honest. This thing would have did numbers just off his fans, right? He had it completely made. This thing was already, all the features, it was done. It was done, because the simple fact of the matter is you can't tell me this wasn't done and all of a sudden you did all of this after Kendrick dropped the Like That verse. No, this album was done. Signed, ready to go. You hear this Like That. Now, I'm sure the phone was ringing off the hook with a lot of people saying, you got to get him, it's wartime, da-da-da. But I'm sure some of them phone calls were saying, this is perfect. This is perfect. Kendrick record is #1 in the world. All eyes are on you right now. If you drop Might Delete later with no response, it's going to do okay. But if you put a diss record to Kendrick at the end of it, oh, That's different kind of money, bruh. And I'm not saying he's motivated by money, but he's motivated to prove his worth to this new company that he just signed with. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. People got to understand stuff be deeper than they think it is. Everybody not doing this for the same reasons. Let's ask yourself, why would a man who consistently say he don't want to speak negative on people? I believe he said he would never say nothing ill about a person on the record. I believe he said that. Let me know if I'm bugging. All of a sudden got all this venom. I got the lyrics here. I got the lyrics. I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I bust him. Right? Stat stuff was triple double. Get your ass black duffled. Now, I don't believe these are the lyrics of a peaceful, remorseful brother. Some of this stuff is downright savage. It said, if this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. This is what he said. This is what J. Cole said, the man that everybody is now doing the yoga chants and saying, leave him alone because he's remorseful. No, listen what I'm telling you. J. Cole signed a new deal. That record had to move, bro. It couldn't take no chance of coming out with just his fans listening and that's it. Let's just be honest, bro. Let's just be honest. Let's call it what it is. This record was a honey trap. This was just to get the clicks. If you go look at YouTube, go look at the other songs, how many streams they got, and then look at 7 Minute Drill. On the very first day that joint was released, when I went to 7 Minute Drill, it had 1.8 million listens. Everything else was doing 3 and 400,000. And we can even say that's due to the push of that song. So that song is outperforming every other song by 5-10 times more than the stuff he wrote that was supposed to be for the real album. So ask yourself, was this a business move? And I'm here to tell you this was a business move. Somebody got in his ear, yo, you need to make this diss record because we need to move this album, make sure it does big numbers. And it did. You know, J. Cole has never had a #1 record until First Person Shooter with Drake. I'm just telling you facts. So if you're jumping ship from Rock Nation and you're trying to prove yourself, what's the best way to prove yourself? With a guaranteed slam dunk dissing Kendrick? You want to know how I know that he did this for money? Because 2 days later he comes out saying, I regret it. I'm sorry. These lyrics, bro. You can't say this stuff to nobody and say I'm sorry 2 days later. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He's still doing shows but fell off like The Simpsons. Your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic, your second shit put niggas to sleep but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind and I just hit my iron. Now I'm front of the line with the comfortable lead. How ironic, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. Well, he caught me at the perfect time. He's saying he built for this, he ready. This was not, listen, he called this 7 Minute Drill because it was supposedly written in 7 minutes. He does these drills where he writes a whole song in 7 minutes, and when the 7 minutes up, the timer goes off slam. What you got, right? So he wrote all this in 7 minutes, allegedly, right? This is harsh, bro. Let's now, had he said it with some, like I said on my other video, had he said it with some, this joint would be nasty. These words are vicious, bro. Boy, I got off of bars. I got here off bars, not no controversy. Funny thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys because them crackers don't want nothing for me. Ain't never done nothing for me. Ho, slugs took my nigga's soul, drugs took another one. The rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging one hot verse every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga because I fuck with him. This shit how you talk to niggas in the street that you low-key don't like. You don't say that to your friend that you're going to apologize to 2 days later. Let me keep it moving. But push come to shove on his mic, I will humble him. I'm Nino with this thing. This that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I ain't aiming at G Money, crying tears before. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I bust him. Let me go to the next verse, and I'm gonna keep moving because I got so much to say about this. This shit is not some shit like everybody trying to make it like kumbaya. Drake is J. Cole has apologized. Wow, you can't let him apologize. He doesn't want to be negative. This is negative. This is all negative. What we talking about? He was all in with hip hop. Now y'all trying to make it some pseudo fake. He was all in. He wrote this shit. It only took him 7 minutes to write it. This dude was all in. I got mixed feeling about these fucking rap niggas. It's over for that cap. We official cap pillars. 2-6. We don't at niggas. We get at niggas. Shooting niggas lights out. Yeah, my dog stat fillers. Stat stuffers, triple double. Get your ass black duffel. Body bag, body bag, body bag. This is the dude that the internet is trying to make Martin Luther King. The reason I seem annoyed is because I am annoyed. I hate the narrative. At first, this was hip hop. Now y'all taking it into the therapist's office and making it like we Neanderthals for expecting hip hop. I'm gonna explain to you why this is not an apology right after I finish these lyrics. Cold world, your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel the disrespect. Get a nigga stretched if I feel the disrespect. This is where Cole was at 2 days before he apologized. He's stretching you, putting you in body bags. Right? Putting you in body bags. And then 2 days later, he's on stage talking about my soul. I couldn't sleep right. Your arms too short to box with God, who live his life without pressures of a constant facade. I pray for peace, but if a nigga cease these positive vibes, a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch, this rocket gon' fly. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. My text flooded with hunger for a toxic reply. And he gave it. He gave the toxic reply. I'm hesitant. I love my brother, but I'm not going to lie. I'm powered up for real. That shit would feel like swatting a fly. 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can devise shit. Is this what you want? I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my home, aim the chrome at your eyelids. Are you hearing this stuff? Fly pebbles at your dome, we Stone Temple pilots. This is merely a warning shot to back niggas down. Back in the town where they whipping work and trafficking pounds. My jack jumping by the rapper making blasphemous sounds. Switching sides like the tassel on the cap and the gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga. I can drop 2 classics right now. And this nigga 2 days later said, I'm sorry. He wrote all that good shit, all that rah. He laying you down. You swatting flies. You were just insignificant. Now he in his prime. He got it. I'm holding it. Oh, yeah? This the dude that was holding it. This is his prime? And then your prime, at the top of your game, when everybody telling you got to respond, you going back down and 2 days later and say, I'm sorry? I'm going to tell you what, that wasn't no apology. That was an admission of defeat. Because the whole world said it was trash. Right? It's not trash. It's the way he delivered it because he didn't want to do it. But he had a lot of marketing dollars that he had to account for. And he had a lot of things that was coming up that needed to be paid for. And he needed to fuel the gas for this Fall Off album that's on the way, that whatever he's going to do with that is going to be whatever. Now, at the end of the day, that's not an apology. That's I listened to it. Some of the stuff I said, I know I was lying about because no one thinks To Pimp a Butterfly was boring. And no one thinks Mr. Morale is tragic. They may say they didn't think it was the greatest thing ever, but it's not it's not trash. So it's all lies. So let me just say this. When people make a so-called apology, sometimes it's just saying, I lost. I give up. You know how you fighting with your girl or whatever, and y'all just you're arguing in circles, and you know and then you just say, you know what, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. You got that. You right. You right. Because you can't argue no more. He was losing the battle of public opinion. The nays were outweighing the yays. There were more people saying that it wasn't good than was saying that it was. It was an 80-20 split that this record was going to live up to Kendrick. And the worst part about it, he knew that dragon was revving up. He knew that dude was somewhere dissecting every line of this thing. He probably printed out the lyrics. Was like, oh yeah? Okay. Ha, ha. Ha, ha. Like, yo, listen, I guarantee you the rebuttal was going to be horrific. And if I'm J. Cole, knowing I just said a bunch of crazy shit to a wild animal who don't care that we friends, he not going to be talking all this, that's my man, I love him, but I'm G Money with the tears before I bust. He not going to be saying none of that. Because he don't care. You care more than he do. So if I'm thinking about all the stuff I said, most of the people saying it was cap, and most of the people saying the beat was weak, and a lot of people saying my raps was kind of lame, some of the stuff, the angle I took, and that's the other thing, the angle he took, trying to go against Kendrick catalog was a terrible angle. You should have used more than 7 minutes if that was the angle you was going to go with. J. Cole could have just came with, I put your head on the spikes of soccer ball. Like, he could have came with nonsense. And it would have been better than the stuff he tried to use against him. He could have came with moon, stars, and quasar raps. And that would have been better than trying to say your albums are trash. You fell off like the Simpsons. And nobody wants to hear what you're saying unless you're dissing me. It's ridiculous. And you wrote this in 7 minutes, and then you look back a day later and was like, the people not feeling that. I look crazy, and this dude's going to come back like an animal and tear my shit to pieces. Let me get in front of this shit. I already got the money. This joint going to do what it do. It got the name. The name, the album is trending. Might Delete Later is trending. So this record did what it's supposed to do. So now let me walk it back and retract. Everybody thinks J. Cole said this because he is, what's the word I'm looking for? He is apologetic, right? He's empathetic. He's looking at it like, yo, my nigga, da-da-da. You didn't write this caring about how this dude felt about this. He's saying, oh, the narrative's out there. What he's alluding to is that he cares that Kendrick's legacy is being smeared by his fans. You didn't write that when you didn't care about his legacy when you wrote that. You tried to tear the legacy down and it didn't work. So now you done made this excuse. Oh, yo, I'm really tearing this dude's legacy down. Dog, your diss record is not going to do nothing to this man's name. No one's going to change their opinion about those albums because you made a song. So if that's your reason for bowing out, you bowed out for the wrong reasons. Whoever didn't like it before you said the song, and whoever liked it still like it. You made a friendly diss to a friend, which I'm sure you talked to before and after this, right? Just leave it, let it be what it is. Your actual mistake. You made several on that stage. You could have got the same point across and not come off lame and ruined your entire career. Listen, let's be honest. This Cole career, unless he raps like a Buddhist monk going forward, is washed. I'm just going to be honest, bro. Because the simple fact, no one wants to hear that rah-rah no more. Unless you flip it to some, I let my man slide and I'm still the nicest. I don't know where you can go from here other than mad retrospective, mad like nostalgic, mad preachy. Because after this, you can't say you the best rapper no more. So simple fact of the matter is everybody's like, oh, why can't you let a man apologize? First of all, it wasn't no apology. Because you can't say these type of things and say, I made a mistake. That's a lot of stuff you're saying to come back and say, man, I shouldn't have did. You had to think of that. You had to write all that. You had to say it in the booth. You had to hear it over. You had to edit that. You had to mix that down. You had to master that. You had to upload that. That took a lot. You did a lot. You did a lot, bro. Right? You did a lot to put that record out. It didn't just stumble out the booth and get leaked. You put that out on your album and uploaded it. This wasn't no mistake. So the simple fact of the matter is, you can't do all of that, what you said, and then come back 2 days later and say, my spirit don't sit right. I'm not sleeping well. You had plenty of time. You had plenty of time to retract this, and you try to retract it the wrong way. What you did, you big up him on stage, which this is why everybody's so mad. Nobody's mad that you're remorseful. We knew that when you dropped it, we knew you was remorseful. Nobody's mad that he's remorseful. That's what these people are forgetting. No one's mad that he's remorseful. We're mad that you wrote all that, dropped it, put it out, let it simmer for 2 days. Then you get to your Dreamville Fest and go on stage and embarrass yourself and your whole fan base by saying, put a hand in the air for Kendrick that you just dissed. You told him you're going to put him in a body bag 2 days ago. So the simple fact of the matter is, there is nothing toxic or negative about the shit, because you just did it 2 days ago, your goddamn self. So how all of a sudden, 2 days later, it's negative and we don't want hip-hop to grow. We want it to stay the same. How is that possible when 2 days ago, he was the worst one in it? He putting people in body bags himself. And now all of a sudden, he is Mahatma Gandhi, whatever, however you say it. He's on a yoga mat with a dot on his head. Now he's the peace lover, right? You was the peace lover before this battle. He got gassed up to make money for his new business venture. He did it and then quickly got in front of it so it wouldn't leave a stain on his legacy or Kendrick's, and then he tried to back out. And that's why hip-hop heads is mad. That's not what hip-hop is about. You messed up hip-hop forever, bro. Because now you got these new age people thinking that you could jump in the battle, say anything you want, and then say, I retract it. That's my man. It's goofy. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. I don't know, man. Cole lied, but you know what? Salute to Cole. Do what you do. Keep it going. Kendrick, salute. If you come back with him, Kendrick, eat him up. It is what it is. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace.
CLB.